So I'm here today with Scott Johnson. And Scott, what do you do? It looks like you do a lot of stuff with golf and tennis.
Yes, I'm a professional sports teacher. I teach tennis and golf professionally, and also pocket billiards, pool, and in the summer windsurfing. And I also teach part-time English as a second language, some through the community college and some private lessons.
Wow, so that keeps you busy. And as if you didn't have enough to do, you've put together a fundraiser.
Yes.
And that's what we're talking about here today. We are in the Alamo Drafthouse in Mueller, and we're going to talk about Chasing Carl film screening. So why did you come up with this particular film?
Okay. Yes, the screening will be on Wednesday, March 22nd, the week after spring break. And originally, to be honest with you, I was trying to find a film that might have an even wider appeal. So I looked at one of the Beatles films, but we couldn't get it, and it wouldn't have an environmental focus. But it's really about me getting people to come to the theater in whatever means possible, because it's very important for me to make the donations that we'll talk about soon. Chasing Coral is a very beautifully shot movie,
Okay.
Most of it underwater. And it's going to be something that the people who come will benefit by learning about the issues related to why our natural world is changing due to climate change, but then also learn about the variety of plant and animal life that's below the sea, which most of us don't know enough about.
Yeah, I certainly don't, so I'm planning on being here.
There are 4 projects and causes that I'm going to donate funds to. It's my job to try to fill the seats, and therefore to have the funds to do that. So I hope people that are listening will consider coming and look at what's available and what they can learn, and we're going to have some fun that night as well. So the first cause is Jack Goodman, a well-known environmentalist. He passed last year. His wife, who's a friend of mine, she was dedicating virtually all of her time to care for him the last years of his life. And so therefore, they weren't, as a couple, earning funds, so there's outstanding medical bills, and therefore that is a good cause. There's a GoFundMe site for Jack Goodman, GOODMAN, and that's the first cause. The second one would be on the utility bill that the City of Austin generates, which is not only for people within the city limits of Austin, but also in the neighboring areas that get Austin Energy Service and Austin Water Service. There are 3 funds that you can donate to voluntarily. One of them is called the Parks and Libraries Fund that I've worked on to get on the bill, and that one for the park side helps people who normally could not afford to send their child to a park camp during the summer or a sports league during the year. It would pay part of that portion for them to help pay for that. And then the other fund that's on the utility bill that's just getting on the bill now is one called the Homeless Student Fund. And I had that idea and brought it to the council. They approved it at the end of last year. And that one is one that will go out to public school ISDs for them to use for something that relates to how they can help people that are homeless students. Students often live with their family, but they're doubling up in a relative's home, or they're staying in a hotel, or they're sleeping in their car, and there's a need for basic needs for them and other issues. And we're talking about now how that will probably work out in terms of what the actual funds will be utilized for within the ISDs in the Central Texas area for the Homeless Student Fund. The fourth beneficiary will be for a sign program that I started that are large format signs that are along the 360 corridor south of 183, and then one is on Ranch to Market 2222 near 3M and Vandegrift High School. And these signs are large, 8 feet wide, that say inside Bull Creek Watershed, environmentally sensitive region, to let people know they're in a special place. a place that has beauty. It has endangered species for birds, songbirds, and for cave invertebrates and other things. And hopefully they'll think more about what their actions are, as well as learning about the Bull Creek watershed in all its glory that's equal to the Barton Creek watershed, which we all treasure.
So where can I send people at the end of this clip to find out all this information?
Yes. So the way that people would find out the information, if they don't already have one of my flyers or don't already get a message from me by email, would be I have a page that's on my website for sports teaching, and my website is 3Ws Golf Tennis Lessons, plural with an S, ATX, standing for Austin, Texas, but A as in Apple, T as in Tom, X as in X-ray.com. And then on the menu bar on top, over to the right, it says fundraiser at Alamo Drafthouse. And when they click on that, that goes to a frequently asked questions page, and that has the schedule for this, has the beneficiaries, it has information how to purchase tickets through a PayPal site. The tickets are not going to be sold here at the theater on the day of or before. And then what else they can expect in terms of parking, which is free, what they can order when they come here, other information about just things that they might want to know or need to know before they make a decision.
Well, you see on your thing it's 6 to 9. How long is the movie?
The movie is a little longer than some documentaries, and it's 93 minutes.
Okay, so an hour and a half. 6 to 9 is 3 hours, so we've got time to talk before, see the movie, and then question and answers after?
Correct, yes. I'm going to do a skit at the beginning, which I call entertainment. We'll hopefully get people in their seats a little after 6, and I hope that people will come, and then between 6:15 and 6:30 there'll be a skit, a little entertainment. Then we'll have an introduction to the movie, and then start the movie promptly by 6:45, and then after that, there'll be a Q&A, and that would run us just basically to about 9 o'clock.
And that gives us plenty of time to have dinner here at the Alamo Drafthouse.
Correct, yes. Yeah, their food is good, as some of you know, or will listen and see this, and things to drink. And
Scott, is there anything else you want people to know?
I would love for people to be thinking about their actions and inactions as they go through their life and try to be the best citizen they can for all the right reasons, but also learning about how, in this case, the oceans, which is the majority of the surface of the earth, how that moderates and regulates climate much more than any of the land mass, and how corals are something that will tell us and indicate to us that we need to change course individually and as states and countries.
So Scott, I know on your website and everything it talks about it, but how do we get tickets and when should I buy them?
Thank you for asking. Yes. So preferably someone would buy tickets in advance 1 or 2 or 3 weeks prior to the 22nd of March. And the tickets, when you go to the website, Golf Tennis Lessons, ATX.com, on the right again, there's on the menu bar it says fundraiser at Alamo Drafthouse, and then when you scroll down there are 3 buttons that people could select. One is for adults to buy a ticket, and those are $25. It does not include food or beverage. And then one for children 17 and under, or youth or teens, is $15. And then the third button is for a family, and so it could be a parent, one of them, and 3 kids, or 2 parents and 2 kids, and that combined is discounted price of $75. And when they click on one of those, it takes them to a PayPal site, and they would get confirmation that they bought their ticket, because you can't buy them here on site. It's not the traditional ticket sales operation. So greatly appreciate people who are interested to buy them early, and then I can plan better for a great experience for everyone.
Great. Well, I appreciate your time, Scott, and let's see what we can make it happen.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and look forward to seeing people come down to the Alamo Drafthouse March 22nd at 6 o'clock at the Mueller neighborhood. Thank you.